All right, Greenveil is back. Session 7. Back on the road. The false sun has been cast away. It was the early hours of the morning when you figured out the spell was kind of creating this false daylight, and you were basically just walking in a loop. And this vampire wizard was responsible for casting this illusion and basically just using that to extract money from travelers. And yes, you've seen through it. You found the location of the ritual that was being cast. You dispatched the Dampier that was casting the illusion. You made off with some items that belonged to them. You're back on the road, although at much less better timing than you had been, that it felt like. Sort of thing felt like you were traveling for quite some time when in reality you hadn't really traveled far at all before you got locked into this illusion and started going in this loop. So, that being said, here we are. We're ready to kick off the next episode. The group is back on the road, and they've noticed a flyer on a nearby tree about a fishing tournament that is on the road ahead, about a day or so out. It's right on the same route the group is headed anyway, so whether or not you participate is up to you, and you have plenty of time to decide because you'll be traveling for the next day or so. Let me get everybody some couple of hero points before we start the session. All right, where would the group like to start? Basically, they're just on the road. Are we just headed straight for there, or are we just continuing to travel with the sole destination kind of being Magnamar? Or something else, an option C or so on? You can let me know.
I mean, I think we should at least check out the fishing tournament.
Yes, I definitely want to ask them when we get there. Like, I just want to make sure the fish are being, like, used to be, like, eaten, and it's not just, like, a waste.
Okay, you want to check to make sure it's just not being done for sport, basically.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just because as a druid, like, I obviously respect fish and nature and all that, so.
Okay. So yeah, that kind of weighs on your mind. Thurak is interested in fishing. I assume Thurak has probably done some fishing at least one point in his life, whether it's just kind of in the creek or dropping the line in kind of thing.
Yep, definitely. As a boy or whatever.
Considered a bit more leisurely among a leisurely pastime among farmers and whatnot who have, viable bodies of water nearby to fish in.
Yeah.
Hertz?
So he's interested.
Yeah, how does Hertz feel about the idea of fishing?
Well, Hertz is happily walking along, humming, going swish, 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 fish, 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 swish, 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 fish, fish, fish. He's happy to be going to see fish.
Elated to be headed to the coast to catch fish. So very good. Not only that, if nothing more, as long as you catch something that's edible, you'll have fresh fish for dinner tonight, and you won't have to eat rations. So that's that's a pretty big upside regardless, even if you don't win.
Nom nom nom.
Not so much for Rosa, but Hertz and Thurak probably Enjoy that. And that being said, Rosa, you know that if a fish is eaten and it's leftovers, or if a bear fetches a fish out of the river and comes back and eats it in the forest, pulls, you know what I mean, and leaves the just bit left on the bones, and mostly bones, you know that returns to the earth and also kind of promotes growth of people like Pip, or things like Pip and yourself, and the leshies in the forest, as well as just the forest in general. So there is, you are immediately aware of some upsides as long as it's being done in a proper manner.
Right.
All right, so for the sake of not just keeping you on a road the entire time, about a day or so passes. You end up passing some people coming and going, carts, various goods in the back covered up being hauled. Passing, greeting everybody, saying hello. I assume there would be at least one rest throughout this time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A long rest throughout the next 24-hour travel period. You meet up with a traveling, basically someone carrying a bunch of inventory on a cart. You don't know what it is, it's covered up. And they ask everybody how you're doing. Everybody, while you're taking a break, they kind of pull up and make themselves at home at the camp. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Very good, very good. Long day's travel. Leg's kind of cramped. Sits down. Ugh. Where you guys headed?
To the fishing tournament. How about you, friend?
Ah, the fishing tournament. Nice, very good. Yeah, I'm just headed up the road here. I'm actually coming from the inn. The 2 cents Inn.
Is that all it costs?
Oh, no. They charge 2 copper for their, their snacks down there. So they're known for their tiny little crab cakes. They're 2 copper. They're delicious. They're so good.
Crab cakes.
Yeah, they're really good. You gotta stop by there. You're going to the fishing tournament, so yeah, you'll have time to try all of their stuff out. They've got stuff. I mean, they're gonna be just a few hours now away from the start of the tournament. I suppose I shouldn't keep you too long. I'm gonna be late if I keep chatting. But yeah, I'm just headed up the road. Not too far from here. I've got a farm. I just came down and dropped off a few things and picked up some supplies from the inn. But I won't keep you. I'll be on my way. I've got to get back to the farm.
Does he have stuff that's for sale, or he's just on his way?
Just on his way. It doesn't offer to sell anything. Can I get a perception check from everybody who's interested in possibly knowing more about what's on the back, or if you can kind of tell?
Or nosy?
Yeah, you both see a kind
Suspicious.
of just various handles, wooden handles and stuff sticking out from there. It's likely that came down to either get some stuff repaired or pick up some supplies basically for farming. There's just looks like a bunch of farming tools and stuff like that. Bundles of rope. That's just kind of what you can see protruding out from underneath the tarp that's draped over the top and tied around the cart.
Okay.
and just kind of gets them off and keeps walking alongside the cart. Single horse pulling it.
Okay.
Yep. All right, let's go. Let's be off. Let's be off. And he's walking with the cart, so it's not like he must. You see, the horse has like there's a thing that he can kind of get on the horse, but just he's walking with it for the most part right now. So, and he just kind of walks off and without even looking back, just kind of waves his hand and says goodbye and sees you off.
That was kind of weird.
Yeah, there's really not much more to it than it seems. Just kind of just someone else on the road. You've come across a couple people, but you're kind of here relaxed on the side of the road, kind of off the road a bit. But you know, if anybody was traveling, they could see you. And just kind of pulled up and sat down, said hello. People have been pretty friendly for the most part on the road. It's not a bunch of people trying to steal from each other or anything like that. Plus, if there were, the larger cities would probably send guards or hire adventurers to come through and clear out nuisances that they're getting word of. It'd just take them a little while to get word of them. So if it's something consistent, like if that damn pier had stayed there and continued doing that over a period of time, could have potentially taken, you know, tens of thousands of gold from people, which over time people would have got to the cities and said, hey, just these dudes on the road and they're just taking people for money. We'd like to kind of have a patrol requested for the area for whoever controls the surrounding land, right? Whoever's borders it would fall under.
Okay.
That's assuming they even give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
that's assuming, you know, that the general mindset of whoever it is who's governing said borders even considers that something worthy of listening to or sending resources to investigate. So the road is traveled. You pull up at the 2 Cents Inn. But it's not 2 cents like you thought it was. It's 2 cents. It's spelled like SCENTS, 2 cents.
Two smells.
Yeah, and as you get closer and you're able to see the board posted outside with the large poster and the name, you start to smell crab cakes and lemons. And it catches you, those who are interested or those who would be so inclined. It smells amazing. It smells delicious. You can just smell it kind of coming from down the road as you kind of pull up over this just slight crest. You can see the path traveled down. You look off to your left and you see a large kind of inlet, and then the cliffside is very high at this point. You're looking way down at almost like a basin. And you're up on a cliffside. You see a path that's a winding path traveling down. And at the bottom, you see docks. And like a hut sort of. And this is right beside, off the side of the road to your left. Sorry, to your right, rather. You're walking straight. To your left is the basin, way down at the bottom of the cliffs. And off to your right is the inn.
Should we grab something to eat?
There's a lot of people here too. There's crowds out on the outside, the deck around the outside. People chatting. And as you get closer, you start to hear the chatter of people who are talking about the tournament, or just chatting. There's a lot of people here. You're not sure how many people are participating or the exact details, of the tournament, and kind of its rules and whatnot. But there is a big board that quite a few people are around. It has the 2 cents logo at the top.
Go in and check it out.
Yeah, you see
That's a
people
good idea.
with fishing equipment. You see them sitting outside on various steps that come up onto the deck for the inn, and they're tying up lures, tying basically like. Have you ever seen someone tie fly for fishing? They're like tying flies and creating lures, crafting stuff, fixing up, checking. And you're headed
Is there
inside.
somewhere?
Yeah, there's seats. You can see 3 seats together at one table, but there's also other people at the table as well. So it's like a shared table sort of thing.
Okay. Can we tell if the tournament has started yet, or?
No, it hasn't started. Everybody's here. You can tell purely based on like what's happening. There's a lot of prep happening. A lot of preparations are being made. People are packing tackle boxes and bags and fishing belts.
Where do we get like rods at?
You look at the counter that they sell the snacks at, and behind there's a rack of fishing supplies and wall of lures.
Are they like for sale or for rent, or?
Yeah, you see people purchasing gear from them, exchanging money, being handed rods. Are you asking the person at the counter this?
Yeah, I can go up and ask, because I
Okay.
assume we'll need fishing rods if we're going to join the tournament. So I'm just wondering, like, I don't necessarily want to buy one, but I would definitely rent one.
You could also potentially craft your own. If you were to just buy line, you could buy line. You could craft bait. You could some kind of lure, or dig up bait from the surrounding area. You hear someone yell out, 1 hour remaining for sign up. 1 hour remaining in sign up. 2 hours and we head down. And then cheers.
Are they going to be doing
start
any kind
getting-
of more information?
Hiked up.
Like-
They point. The person who comes out and says they point over to the sign up chart. Just say, anybody who wants to sign up, do it quick because spots are limited and we only have a couple spots remaining. Groups of 3 can register over here.
Well, because Holly, you or Rosa had questions before. I think she wanted to definitely join.
Yeah,
I just wondered.
I just wanted to make sure that like all the fish that are being caught like get eaten at the inn, and like there's no waste.
Is that
So-
person someone who could answer that?
Yeah, so they tell you that after all is said and done, they make a big seafood chowder.
Okay.
The whole thing basically gets put into the chowder. Any fish or anything that would be considered edible basically gets used in this chowder, and they make a chowder for everybody, the participants, everybody who attended, the judges, volunteers, and so on.
Perfect. What I needed to know.
Shall we sign up?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
So-
a good idea.
Let's go sign up then.
All right, so you head up towards the sign-up desk, and there's a couple of people sitting there with slates, and they're taking information down, and they say, "Oh, welcome. Are you joining up for the tournament? You signing up?"
We are.
All right. And she stands up and she yells, "The last spot for the tournament is filled. Sign-ups are now closed. The Silver Scales fishing tournament will begin in 1 hour." She asks you for your entrance fee of 1 silver piece per entrant for a total of 3 for your team. You can discuss how you'd like to deduct that.
I mean, would we just each put
Yeah, you
one
can
in?
each deduct 1. If someone wants to take care
Yeah.
of it all, that's fine.
took
Whatever.
1.
All right, there you go.
I'm gonna ask her if she has any tips and tricks for us.
So she tells you, when you ask, she kind of leans in and she says, "Well," she was like, "this isn't as much of a fishing tournament as it is a spectacle." She's like, "So keep that in mind throughout the show. I mean, the tournament."
Okay.
So your perception tells you that this is kind of, it's a show. It's fun, right? It's not really this. It's to go do something with the people in the area or travelers who stop by, or basically to perhaps even bring in people during a season when maybe they don't get a lot of business. Right? This might just be an event to drive business to
Smart.
the inn, which is kind of in the middle of nowhere, but has a really good view and also has a really cool dock at the bottom of the hill. It doesn't really get used that much because of the fact that lugging stuff up and down these hills is generally not easy. And there's no sort of like hauling system with ropes that would go up and down. They haven't implemented anything. They don't bother. Doesn't seem like they really care too much to bother. So all right. So you guys, what's the play? And you've got about an hour before they're heading down to the docks.
Probably head over to the buying area to see if we can rent or
Okay, yeah.
buy a fishing rod and whatever other miscellaneous stuff they have.
Yeah, as you
Yeah.
wander your way back into the other line for supplies, seems like the line that was in front of you basically disappears quickly, and before you know it, you're being summoned to the counter, and they seem very sort of like you should know the drill sort of thing. What can I get for you?
Or can you get our stuff separately or a group?
It's very assumptive. They kind of ask, who was next? Sorry, y'all kind of look like you're together.
We are.
Oh, very good. All right. So, will this be
Looking for
a
supplies.
your car? Okay, need something here. All right. Just a
I'm not
basic
gonna-
kit.
I'm gonna say that I don't need a rod.
Okay.
That I'm just not gonna purchase one because I don't feel like I need one. I'm gonna participate, but I don't feel like I need a rod.
Okay.
So you guys get what you need.
Yeah, do they
I'm not-
rent rods?
Yep. Yep, they rent rods. Rod rental is 2 silver. If you'd like, they can rent you a full kit for 5 silver. That's a rod, that's a reel with a line, and 1 lure.
I'll maybe take that.
Okay. You can deduct 5 silver and just put a fishing kit in your in your inventory. Sorry.
How do I just write it in, or?
Yeah, just click the add button. It'll make a blank spot, and you can just type that in.
Yep. Fishing kit. Okay.
And it's a rental, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
What do I put for weight?
Just put 1 bulk. 1 bulk for the kit.
Where'd that go?
I'll ask if he has any fishing kits for sale.
Fishing kit for sale? Yep. Fishing kit for sale is 20 silver pieces.
I also want to ask, has he got any pickaxes? Because I want a mine for fish.
Pickaxes? No, oddly enough, we just sold all the pickaxes. We had a couple pickaxes for sale, but we just sold them to a farmer not too long ago who just stopped by. Picked up a couple axes. Got a lot of farming tools. Basically bought us out.
How about lemons? Do you have any lemons for sale?
Well, we got lemons. Only the most
I'll
citrusy of lemons.
I'll take 1 gold's worth of lemons, please.
Right.
And I'll buy a fishing kit.
All right. So your fishing kit and your lemons, that'll be 23 silver, please.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, folks. And then
Thank
starts
you.
kind of calling the next people forward. And they say, all right, everybody. About an hour has passed, waiting in line and kind of checking things out. They say, everybody just about ready. We're going to head down. Get ready for the trek. It's going to be a little bit of a walk. And once we get down there, we'll officially start up. So a group of people just start lining up and walking down. People start getting up from their chairs, grabbing their kits, throwing their backpacks on, and heading out the front door. They head down and start to go down the path, one that kind of offshoots off the main path of which you were walking, and starts to wind down along the mountainside. It's not very big. It's plenty of space for someone to go, but you can see why they don't really do much sort of business from the docks as much as probably they just kind of enjoy it. They go down there to relax or to do their thing, or fishing tournament in a case like today. So you're traveling. It takes you about
view.
Yeah, it's a really good view. It's a really good, like the peaks up between are quite high. They're higher than the level you're currently at. And then goes right down into just this basin of water. And then that goes out to the larger sea.
Very nice.
And after about an hour of walking down this mountainside, you arrive at the docks, and people start kind of forming up, and you can see spectators gathering at one side. You can see judges going to their table. People start to kind of gather around the judges, and well, you could tell that's probably where you should be headed as well.
So yeah, we head that way, I assume.
Yeah.
Find a good spot.
Yes, exactly.
Find an ideal spot.
So as everybody kind of gathers around, a woman with dark hair, a red headband, lets out a booming laugh. You hear her say, "You think you can do better than me this time, Demede?" And you hear a person who you assume is Demede reply back, "Better than you and your crew, certainly." And you notice this reply from a slender man who pulls out a notebook as he starts to walk towards the table. The woman snorts before joining him, sitting down at the table. You hear her say, and the very loud. You can hear this kind of as you approach the table. "If you can avoid falling into the water, that would already be an improvement."
Oh, God.
He replies back, "I think you forget that my crew is the only one that managed 2 victories in a row, sis."
Oh, siblings.
She replies, "This year we'll do even better, and you'll eat your words before the day is over." They both kind of smile at each other before kind of standing up and walking away.
Some fun competition.
I'm going to lean into Hertz and Thurak and say that I actually have a really good plan, and I think I might steal the show this year, and like a newcomer might win the competition, but not tell them anything. I don't want them to know.
Okay.
But I'm feeling very confident.
So yeah,
I like that.
You've arrived here at the docks. Rosa is exuding confidence. She clearly has a plan on how to try and win this. Where the crowds are gathered around the judges, you all make your way there after kind of listening into these 2 siblings who have clearly had an ongoing rivalry at this tournament for quite some time now. All right.
Be a nice surprise for them when they don't win and Rosa does.
I'm going to look around at the competition, take out my lemon and start eating it.
So as you kind of listen here, as everybody's gathering around, a few people still coming down the side of the mountain there. The docks creaking from the weight of the crowd a bit more as people start to build up on the decks. And they have seats everywhere, kind of lined all throughout the docks. And it's about midday now. And things are starting to kind of get chattery. People are chatting, getting a little bit more loud. All the contestants stand in line with their teammates, and your group is here as well, in front of the judging area. And a silver-haired woman wearing a judge's sash raises her hands to silence the crowd. With a warm smile, she starts to explain that. She says, "Listen well. The Silver Scales tournament is not merely about hauling in fish, as you all know. It unfolds over a series of 4 rounds. In each, every member of your crew will have a moment to prove their worth. You may fish, certainly, but do not think that it is your only path to victory. The crowd and the judges value dedication as much as bravery, ingenuity, and collaboration. Impress us. Show skill. Show clever thinking. Show that you can adapt when the waters grow restless. Repeating the same trick will earn fewer cheers than bold variety. Work as a team. Support one another. And remember, once the spectacle is all done, We will all feast on chowder. And everybody starts cheering. Everybody's super excited. All the crowds are ready to go. So, she says, with her hands still raised, she says, "Find your station," and drops her hand. And with that, we will get some checks here. So here.
Oh, I have to go with that probably.
Yes, we will find.
We don't all
your
have to go
spots.
together, do we?
Yeah, you're fishing as a team. So you would all
Oh,
be.
we are?
Yeah, you're fishing as a team. You're expected to work as a group and kind of entertain as a team.
That
All right.
ruined everything.
So that
I
doesn't
thought
mean
we'd
you have
each
to.
be
You
doing
can-
our own thing.
Yeah.
You
so
can.
did I.
You can, but the way that it's presented is teams kind of doing stuff together, right? Not that you have to. You can do whatever you want. But as you're watching, you're seeing everybody go off into teams. And when they say find the spot, groups of people are going.
I mean,
So,
yeah, I
whether or
expected we'd
not
be
you-
together.
Whether you want to or not is up to you. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding and you have something more specific in mind that I'm not understanding. We can go over that too. Did you have something
Like,
Yeah, like what
well,
did you guys
I-
mean? Let's elaborate a little
I'd like
bit.
to clarify.
Sure.
Like, when you're saying that they're doing it together and working together, are you saying that, like, they're all doing the same thing together? Or that just their combined totals for each thing that they do goes towards the team total?
Yes, all of the above. So both. So when you're looking at them, right, you're seeing you're seeing, and we'll say in this second before you're kind of observing what people are doing. One of the groups immediately sets up like not too far from where they were, and someone starts pulling lines out and basically handing reels off to two people who are fishing or one person who's fishing, and then the other person is kind of standing there and getting other things ready. You're not sure what it is, but they're kind of preparing as a group, whether it's kind of one person doing one thing, the other person dropping the line in right away. But the idea is that it's not just the fishing that's going to get you the points.
We got that.
I know, but
Yeah, we got that part.
But so like separating, assuming you're not going to go up. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. If you want to separate and kind of do it differently and you have a plan, by all means, you can discuss that now and we can kind of pause
I was
what's
gonna say
happening.
it's not like we had a second to talk as a group. to
That's
see what
fine.
We were gonna do as a group.
Yeah, so what I'll do is we'll leave it paused there so you guys can do that now and determine how you want to approach this. Basically, we'll pause it at the whole find your stations, everybody's starting to go off. You're observing what's happening, and we'll put a kind of a pause to it. You guys can discuss how you'd like to approach this.
Can I run to the bathroom right quick first?
Yeah, for sure. We can take 5.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Cool. All right, we're back, and we're going through the scoring for the tournament now. The judges briefly explain how the scoring works. Outside of sort of the role play, you each earn 2 points for a critical success in whatever the chosen skill is. You earn 1 point for a regular success. You earn nothing for a failure, and you lose 1 point for the round for a critical failure. Okay.
What are we using to make these these checks?
Your skills tab, or if you're You're using.
But like, what are we using?
Spell.
Are we using acrobatics, crafting, intimidation?
You're going
nature,
to.
medicine?
You're going to tell me. Are you gonna stand above the water and yell at the fish and be like, "Get the fuck on my hook"? Right?
Okay.
They're like, that's where we're at with this. That's where the rails are not as if there were too many rails before, but the rails are off, and you're telling me what you're doing, not vice versa.
Okay, so then I have another question.
Sure.
And I think it. If I'm doing like a cantrip or a magic spell, well, I don't really roll for those.
You usually have a roll that would do or where you'll just use like the coordinated roll. If you pass, then you'll do it like if it's a spell, you'll use Arcana or whatever. So we can work something out.
Okay.
Where we'll base it, or we'll just base it off of. We'll do a roll if it's like a resistance roll if it meets a certain number or above. Kind of like a regular DC, it'll just count. Or better yet, no, you would just spend the spell slot and do the thing, because you're not trying to kill anybody with anything. You're not trying to hit a target, right? You just, other than, I'll just get you maybe to do the roll just to make sure you don't get a nat 1. And if you get a nat 20, it's, you know what I mean? Other than outside of a nat 1 or a nat 20, you're just going to use the spell and then describe whatever it is that you do. But most of them aren't going to, I can't imagine, unless you get ultra creative, which is cool too. But, that being said, we've got the, everything set up here. And I will get nature rolls from everybody, please. Find a spot here that you deem to be a good spot to do your performance and fishing and kind of do all of that all in one. Okay, so. Each roll, you've got that. Okay. So, let's see here. Your DCs will be Rosa, and I'm explaining this to you because this is what you'll need to hit with those rolls. So as far as the spot goes, Rosa, you'll be shooting for a 14. Will be your DCs for, because you kind of you get a good spot, and the DCs for any of your checks, Hertz and Thurak, will be 16. So it's going to be a little harder for you to kind of pull it off. It seems like Rosa got into a good spot, found a good little rock or a good spot on the dock, and you're kind of nearby. Not quite as good, but it's going to be slightly more. Basically, what it means is it's slightly more challenging your rolls for Thurak, and got hero points if you'd like to use them now, but that's
No.
early for that. All right, and okay.
So have you guys all thought of like 4 things to do in a round, or like should we do one round together?
Yeah, if you want to
Oh, I haven't
collaborate,
thought of all 4 yet.
if you just want.
No, I'm like,
I figure I'll improvise as I
oh God,
lose my
see,
actual.
I'm not that good. I'm not that good.
Oh,
But should we do one round together of something like,
we could, yeah.
I don't know, make it seem like we're working as a group?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Something entertaining.
Yes.
All right, so the rounds have started. There's people kind of.
Can
no,
we have
I
a
do
minute to
apologize.
talk still?
Oh yes, sorry. I did forget to mention, you can't use magical items. You can use magic but you can't use magical items. So,
What would be considered a magical item?
like a lure that can hypnotize a fish.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
Something like that. Or magic that would, or something like a bomb that you would throw into the water that would clear all the water out of the actual area, and you could just walk in and grab fish and haul them out. Something like that.
Okay.
So basically nothing that would, like, I guess the best way to put it is, have you ever heard of people like hunting deer at night and like putting them in the headlights and flashing light on them because they stall?
Yeah.
That would be the kind of thing, right? If you had an
Like a cheat
item,
code.
right? If you had an item that went down and basically hypnotized the fish into saying, "Get on this line," instead of saying, "Oh, this is bait, eat the bait," right? Instead of actually fishing, then you'd be in trouble, kind of thing. That would be against the rules.
Okay.
Now I'm concerned that you might think my finale thing is magic, even though it's not.
If it's not a magic item, it doesn't matter.
It's not magic.
Right? If you're making, yeah, okay, cool, we're good. Well, let's. I feel like I'm getting into the area of me overcomplicating this, so I'll let you guys discuss what it is that you want to do, and let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Do we want to do a group together thing like right away, or wait until like third round before, or like, because we could wait until then. Maybe we'll have more ideas once we've actually tried a few things. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like maybe we'll finalize what we're going to do at that third round when we get there or something, rather than like, pigeon-toeing ourselves into something right now, because we could come up with something really good by then, or
Right.
you know what I mean?
So
Does
do
that
like
sound
just
okay?
a couple rounds of all of us going individually,
Yeah.
and then like collaborate or whatever right before, and like kind of bounce off of stuff. Yeah, okay.
And then
Yeah,
do we
sounds good.
want the finale to be like kind of individual again? Or I mean, we could do the together again or something, or we can
I
decide then
definitely
if you
want the like the idea that I have. Like
Yep.
you guys could do something first, but like I want it to, like
Okay,
what I
yep.
want to do is definitely has to be like an alone kind of thing.
Okay,
That's the
yep.
only thing.
No, yeah,
But
I'm
like
fine
you
with
guys
that.
could do something first, and then I could finish with that.
Or just all
Just
do our own, or
yeah.
doesn't matter. Yeah. Again, I think that we'll have more ideas as we start actually doing some stuff.
Yes.
Let our imaginations come alive a little more, and I think we can come up with some really good stuff by then.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. If you guys are cool with that.
I think so.
Okay.
All right, just drop the check in when you're ready to fish. All right, so the tournament starts, and everybody rushes to their spots, and people start kind of getting their gear ready and prepping. And it seems as though most of the people at the beginning of the tournament, they're just doing their sort of their prep and their lines and their fishing, and most people are just hauling up fish on their first round because it's easy enough to do, right? You're opening up with kind of the standard. You see a couple other people pulling off little fireworks on the deck. You're hearing the people who are physically fishing whoosh, as you see one large fish just leap straight out of the water on someone's hook. So everybody's getting to work. All right. So you see the person who was referred to as Demed say, "Deck out your lines," and they're across from you on the docks here, and shouts at Demed, And you see people kind of yanking on their lines, the people who are actually fishing, and you see them quickly jerk up. Can I get a perception check from the team? Some of the people look frustrated. Lines are snapping. You're seeing everybody's line snap, snap, one by one, boom. And then their bait's gone. They're like, shit, I just lost another lure. And then you see this tiny little mouse with this giant fishing rod yanking, like pulling this thing, fighting with it, and then snap. Like, oh man, took my last lure. I don't got any lures. I won't ever be able to make it into the tournament. There's no chance of me winning now. And what is it that the group is doing for this round? We will start with Hertz, if that's okay. Or maybe you guys can tell me who you'd like to start with as the group, I guess. Anybody
Doesn't matter to me. I was just going to ask how we determine, so yeah. All good.
I have an order here that works for me, as long as it works for you. Otherwise, let me know when you'd like to change that. I know Rosa had mentioned something about that, so
I just want to go last in the final round. That's
okay.
it.
Just let me know otherwise if there's any changes, any deviation. Right now I have Hertz, Rosa, Thurak in that order.
Okay.
Okay. Well, being a bit bummed that I wasn't able to buy a pickaxe from the shop. I'm having a look at my inventory and I've got a staff and a dagger, so I'm going to try to hastily craft together with a dagger and a staff a fish axe.
All right.
With a bit of rope.
I will get a crafting check. 16.
Gonna hero point that.
Sure, okay. That's not the final roll. Okay. Okay, so that was a success. You managed to bind these two together using some of the probably the lines that you would have gotten in your crafting kit.
Yep.
There's enough twine in there to basically make a makeshift, a very crude makeshift pickaxe. And as you do that, a fish axe. As you do, you kind of whip this thing up and you get it tied together, and then you kind of hold it up in the air above your head. You hoist it up, and
yep,
the crowd cheers approvingly. And you're marching this around, holding it out in front of you, shaking it like it's you're ready. You're presenting the tool of
ready for my next go.
Yeah. All right, Rosa, what are you up to? You see Hertz craft or kind of showing off this makeshift thing that he's calling a fish axe.
This is probably the round I'm feeling the least confident about, so that's how I'm going to start with this one. So me and Pip are going to fish together, but we don't have like a rod or anything, so I'm going to try to make like a little one for Pip. And my crafting is terrible.
You had you needed 14.
Uh-huh. Oh, yay.
Yes, 17.
Woohoo.
So I'm gonna like hold Pip into the water to like make it so she's closer, because she's extremely tiny. So she can hopefully catch a fish, and I will obviously help her like lift it up and stuff because she's not strong enough.
Okay, so you drop Pip down to water level with this makeshift mini fishing rod. And you hear the crowd cheering.
Little Pip. So does that mean like on a successful, like she catches one and all is good?
Yeah, so
I don't have to roll again.
Pip basically drops the line in the water and pulls up a little minnow. And you haul Pip up, I assume, after that to help.
Yep.
And then you hold Pip up in the air with the little rod, with the little minnow. Crowd's cheering. They're all very happy and entertained. All right, Thurak, you're up.
Okay, so I rented the fishing pole and line, whatever.
Yeah, you have all the necessary tools to drop your line in and start fishing.
So I'm just going to use that. I'm not going to fancy it up or anything, but to maybe try to impress the fish a little bit, I was thinking I could. Well, I guess I should first ask: is this acrobatics? Would a handstand be acrobatics?
Yes.
Okay.
Handstand without a doubt would be acrobatics.
Okay, so I'm going to do a handstand and use my feet to hold the rod because I've got big toes and stuff, so I can grip onto this fishing rod. And I'll pass it back and forth between my feet to like mimic movement kind of thing.
Okay,
because it's not. I don't have a wrist to make movement like I would with my hand kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. So I just do my acrobatics then?
Yeah, I've got your DC set. And yeah, you look like some sort of chimpanzee on your hands with feet tossing this rod back and forth between your toes and your feet to try and mimic movement, kicking your legs.
Love it.
All right. And while you're doing that, you actually managed to feel a pulling, and it starts pulling, and you're on your hands pulling this thing back and forth, and you manage to yank the thing that's been snapping the lines up out of the water, and you snag alongside the small minnow a young tiger shark. You managed to haul up out of the water, and your team is awarded a total of 3 points for the first round.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's considered a success, basically. That would be an average of success.
Okay.
Yeah, so the brother and sister are cursing their luck. The little mouse is running around like, what am I gonna do? I lost all of my stuff. I don't have any hooks. I don't have any loot. I can't get back to the fishing shop and make it back down here in time.
Do we know what the prize is if we win?
Nope. It seems to be the prize in reality, right? What everybody's really here for at the end is the chowder.
Rosa will not eat.
That's what most people's end game seems to be here. Not everybody, but most people. You hear cursing from one of Sorry, with the sister. And you hear her yell out, almost out of lines here. We're pretty much out of spares. I don't think we have any left. She growls and starts sighing and pacing. She grabs a grappling hook and nods to a robust teammate, holding the team's only remaining line. And the big guy she's looking at says, "Never give up, right?" He asks with a grin. She looks back, she sighs, she says, "Never give up." And they start hoisting up the grappling hook. One team is down there. One team's not even fishing this round. They're all just doing synchronized dances. Kicking, tap dancing, acting a fool. If you had to guess, you'd probably say they're one too many drinks into this tournament.
Are they getting points for it?
They seem to be having a good time, and so are the people in the crowd. They're like dancing along and kicking their feet. And all right, and let's get ready. We're going to head to the next round. We have broken lines. Decca has broken lines. This small mouse fisher is going on about their bait, them not having any bait, and they're out. And this whole the shark that came through that you just caught wreaked havoc on a lot of people's strategies here. All right. What would the team like to do, starting with Hertz, unless anybody objects?
No, I'm okay to go first again.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, seeing that the tiger shark is out of the water, decided I'll put my fish axe down and get out my fishing kit what I got. May have a bit of a shorter string now, but you know, I bought a fishing kit, so I'm gonna use a fishing kit to try and catch a fish.
All right, that would be, I will take whichever one you want to do as far as if you're just kind of dropping the line in the water with a lure or a bait. I will take, let's see, probably going to take survival or nature. Either or, I'll let you choose.
Well, they've got the both same bonuses, so I guess I'm
Dropping a
surviving.
line in.
I'm not getting any bites.
Not getting any bites. No tugs at the line. No shadows roaming the waters beneath. All right, Rosa, would you like to go next?
Oh yeah. So what did I want with this now? So I was gonna use kind of undecided. Can I do 2 cantrips?
No, it would just be one. It'd be
No.
the same
let me
like
just do one.
like a combat encounter kind of.
Okay. Can you only use one in combat? I
It
didn't know
depends on how
that.
many actions the spell is, but we'll say
Right.
like we'll go with like a 3 action rule, much like combat. Whereas
Okay.
if you have one that you can, because the actions, cool. If not, go by that.
So I'm gonna use my gouging claw then and just make like one of my vines turn into like a thorn and try to like grab one of the fish out of the water.
Okay.
Now I don't know, does that have an attack to hit because there is a dice there?
Yeah, roll it, and I'll be
Let's see
the
if it
same as
works.
before. We'll be looking for like a 14.
Perfect.
And that would be considered a critical success. You're
Nice.
looking for a 14, and that was 10
Oh
over.
shit! I didn't mean to roll that again.
That's fine. 27. Success. Okay. So you're just using like a kind of dipping
like
your like a bear kind of thing, pulling a thing,
Yeah.
salmon out of a river kind of thing.
But like turning my vine into like a
Swat.
exposing one of the thorns.
Right. Okay,
and
cool.
just going right in, and then like sitting on the edge of the dock, seeing the little fish go in and out, and just put it like in the little thing,
Yeah.
just as humane as possible.
Quickly snag up a fish from out of the water and hold it high as it kind of flaps around on your claws. And this will be a nice contribution to the chowder, that's no doubt. All right, Thurak. You've cirked of Soleil, your last fish, the tiger shark.
Very nimble on your feet.
On my hands.
Very on his hands.
Very nimble.
So, okay, an idea I was thinking about doing is using my spyglass to concentrate sunlight on the water, trying to attract the fish in a way that I could like kind of entertain the audience, like have them going in circles or making figure eights or something like that. And once they've possibly been entertained, guide them over with that light towards the dock so I can use my grappling hook just in my hand to then scoop one out of the water.
So you're basically
Super
trying to
creative.
you're basically trying to you're basically trying to like make like a cat chasing a laser is what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Entertainment for the audience, but also attracting the fish with the light concentration
Right.
kind of thing.
Okay. So what would that fall under for a roll?
I don't know.
I feel like that'd be like performance.
Performance, probably. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Don't have
Yeah, performance.
I don't know. Maybe it could be two roles because one is for performance, but then I feel like your other one would be for something else. Like it would be almost like a role to hit, right? Or something.
Well, the
or
success would
nature,
lie
or-
in the kind of running around, and then the rest of it you can just role play because we can't actually do more roles for the point system itself.
I'm not running around.
No, I mean the fish swimming, chasing.
Oh.
So I'll let you pick one of the two. So you could do what are we saying? Performance, but equally potentially survival, because this is how you would start a fire if you didn't have matches. You would do like the magnifying glass kind of like. So we'll do performance or survival. I think would be fair on something like that, because you're technically not performing anything, using a survival trick to make the fish do stupid stuff.
No, I'll do survival.
I think that probably makes more sense from an actual.
It's like using my knowledge, my survival knowledge.
Right, to understand that your thing is going to reflect, and if you put the thing down there, the fish are probably going to chase it, or it's going to scare them away. Either way, it'll contribute to the movement of the fish, and them going from point A to point B, whether to get away or get to. So that makes perfect sense. I think survival.
Okay, cool.
I would take performance, but I think survival makes the most sense because your survival instincts is what would get you
I have no bonus with performance, and I have some with survival, so I'll go survival.
We want survival.
And I feel like I wouldn't be performing so much myself. So
Right.
yeah.
Right, exactly. So much as you're using your knowledge to make the fish do silly stuff.
Fish perform.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I will do survival then. Oh, please. Oh, shoot. I want to use a hero point on that.
Sure, go ahead and use that hero point. Reroll.
Come on. Oh, even worse. I'll take the fail.
And you're trying to get this thing to line up, but you can't. And you just it just looks to the crowd from a bit of a distance that you're just sitting there fiddling with one of your tools. And too happy with it. Let's see here. That's a 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay, come to the end of the second round. All right, the judges stand up and yell out to everybody, as they did in the last couple of rounds, that the next round has begun, and everybody is ready, and people are still cheering on the decks. Everybody's pretty excited. And as the third round kind of comes around, you're seeing how everybody's doing, and everybody's kind of doing their own thing. You're seeing a lot of like song and dance, obviously not at the same times because everybody has their own strategies as a team. You're seeing, one person doing one thing, another person, like one person's actually fishing, hauling them up and yanking them out. The other person's cooking them on the fly. And then another person is kind of chopping them up and taking samples around to all the people in the crowd. And they're very happy about this, that they're being fed on the, they're being fed. So they're cheering and they're stuffing cooked fish into their faces. And, but competitive aspect aside, it appears to be a good time. Everybody's having a good time, and it's fun. All right, so we are ready for the next round's set of skill checks. Let's see here. Oh. Go ahead, and before we do the skill checks for this round, can I get a Arcana, Nature, or Occultism? You all identify magical bait being used by one of the competitors. You can all detect it in some form. It's some sort of unstable. It's like nature magic and arcana. It's like all this kind of energy coming from one spot. And it's coming from right where Demead's team is fishing.
Is that
and
allowed?
It's concentrated. And you can detect it. And you see basically upon glancing over, you see Demead fiddling with something that he ties onto the line before casting into the water.
And that's not allowed, right?
No.
That's what you've been told.
Is there a judge close enough to us that we can point it out without, like, kind of discreetly?
Sure, sure, yeah. Is it like you're going to just walk up and say, hey, listen, I'm detect. What, like, how would you go about this accusation? How would you make this accusation?
Well, exactly how you just told us that we could detect it, that's exactly what I would do. I would say, listen, like, we can detect that there's magic going on over there. You should go check it out.
Okay. And
Say what we saw, that we saw him putting something on his line, that
Yeah.
seemed to be where it was concentrated coming from. And
okay, the judges are like, what? Like, really, Demean? Like, all right, I guess we should. And they kind of look at each other and are like, I guess we should check into this, should we not? I'm like, yeah. And they're like,
Would they
all
be
right.
able to detect magic?
They stand up and they're like, all right, hold, time out. Please reel in your lines. We have a timeout on the tournament. And as they stand up and do that, you hear this like hissing and energetic noise coming from the water where Demead is fishing. And this energy starts emanating from the water in this radius. And then you see bubbles from beneath the water. And you see
does everybody see this?
No, you guys are kind of seeing it from down when you're pointing him out. You're like, right down there, that guy there, and you're kind of pointing at it. And as they're stopping, you're still kind of looking in that direction. They're telling everybody to stop, and this shadow is kind of approaching underneath the water from where this weird kind of sparkling and then the bubbling of the water and that sort of thing.
I want to like point it out, like, hey, everybody, look.
Okay. And as you're doing that, you start seeing giant crabs emerging from the water onto the docks and onto the beach. So
Oh, shit.
here, everybody on the board. First, what I will get you to do when everybody is in here is, as a group, tell me where you were doing your show from. Just put yourself in a spot, basically. Pick a spot where you were. No need to think about it too much, just kind of letting you decide where it was that the group was doing their thing. And there's people along the coast here, all the sides. There's people
I
up.
don't want to be that far up.
There's people up on the deck of the boat watching from private boats a little farther out in the water, kind of watching. All right.
So did we all have to be within, like, in a certain distance of each other, or could we have been anywhere doing our thing?
It was the idea was that you were all kind of within the same area of each other because or roughly anyway.
Okay.
So that way when spectators are watching, they're not looking in different locations for different members of one team.
So if we went and talked to the judges, we wouldn't be out here anymore, right?
No, but I was just trying to get an idea of where it was that you were fishing at. So that is,
Okay.
let me see here. Is this map scaled? Okay, good. So, Demead. So with that, you guys can head back onto land here. That's where you guys were at. You have another group. And where it's happening at is right over here. This is where Demead was fishing. So you're seeing the shadow come up from this direction. And then you see one giant crab climb up onto here. And then you see another giant crab come up onto the beach and start to approach. And just a second here. There's someone here. What the fuck? Two, and where's my other one? Where's visible? All right. People are starting to kind of panic. There is a little bit of screaming. You're hearing gasps of concern as these giant crabs hop out of the sea here and start to approach people. And they seem pretty aggressive, too. All of those checks are telling you that these things were basically they're aggravated and agitated because of whatever magic was in that lure. You know that normally crabs, these kind of crabs wouldn't do this. They're not normally this aggressive.
They probably add well to the chowder.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. All right. If the plan is to try and fight these things, let's get you into some sort of combat position here, wherever you would be on this beach after telling the judges and them kind of approaching before seeing these giant crabs, or charmed crabs, hop up out of the water and start to come your way.
So we should move ourselves?
Yep, get yourself where you'd like to be, up to like the point of there kind of thing. And when you are ready, roll for initiative.
Oh.
That's good. Get your one done and over with at least now.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, let's see what the combat tracker says here. All right, let me get some battle music here. It's not so boring. Trick. All right, so this thing starts skittering across the deck sideways and lands right in
Got some
front
kind
here.
of movement.
That's about all he's got. That's going to be all three actions as it skitters
Okay.
towards.
Oh. No, since he's not going past me, I don't have that reactive strike. Or do I, where he
Correct.
comes right in my face?
No,
No,
you
okay.
do not.
Okay, cool.
All right, Hertz. This crab, this crazed crab, comes charging towards the team, the judges, the crowd. Your crowd's beside you in the huts. You've got judges beside you in the huts, and this has gone from a fun day of fishing to a potential threat, a real one that's approaching spectators who are effectively defenseless.
Just before we start any battles or anything, have we still got this thing we had from the Frostborn?
Yes, you have it for probably, this will probably be your last day. It'll,
Oh, okay.
that will affect.
Okie dokie. Right. I see Mr. Skitterless come along the dock there. And do you know the best way to slow him down? By
Grease?
using one of my old favourites.
Grease.
Grease. It's always the grease. So I'm gonna. It says it'll be 4 squares or like 4 or 5 squares. So I'm gonna aim for those 4. They're away from Thorak. But
Okay,
just
so
to
Thorak
see.
won't get hit with the grease.
Nah, it'll be. Let's try. Something.
And what kind of grease is this? Because are we trying to deep fry these things for the?
No, just try and make them, flip over or walk forward instead of sideways. Confuse them.
Is this food grade grease?
Well, could be. I mean, I wouldn't want to eat it, but
Vegetable oil or something.
special cobalt grease.
It's reflex save. It's got a lot of lags to hold itself up on. The bottom of the what do they call those? What the hell do they call it? Crab's lags? Just lags, right? Crab lags? Like
Crab legs.
they're just lags,
Yeah.
but they don't have like
Yeah.
feet. They have like little pointers on the end. So the surface
They're
area,
not calling them
Pinchers.
crab feet. They're calling them crab legs.
right? So the bottom of them don't. There's not a lot of surface space, right? Whereas under a foot, the grease can go. These are just points that stick into the ground. So grease is probably less effective. All right. Is that the end of your turn, Hertz? You have 1 action left? Or did you move or anything?
No, I hadn't moved. I was in the same position, so. I'll move there. And then my turn.
Hertz scurries between Rosa and Thorak over by the hut. And Rosa, you're up. This crab is up here with its pincher claw and a crushing claw, and it's waving them around and trying to grab at you guys.
And try the needle darts. Well, that one at least.
Okay, that is a hit.
Nice name.
Partially resisted. What kind of damage is that? Piercing. Okay.
Okay.
Should have known. And I will end my turn.
This crowd comes around and you hear people, spectators, and judges inside of the inside of these huts here yelling. And this thing starts scurrying back here behind the huts, kind of terrorizing the huts before arriving right behind Hertz. And Hertz, you hear this thing clattering as it approaches and scuttles behind you. All right, who's up next?
I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay.
And God, the only thing I can do is my sword, which I know is piercing, but I will try to attack it. The one right in
Piercing
the face.
and ice, in fairness,
Okay.
because of your
do you
that
mean?
buff you still have on.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
And if you use that, oh right, you don't have 2 weapons on right now. I was going to say
No.
if you had your.
I think you say that every time.
Yeah, I was like, you can get past some of that resist if you do the double strike. Yeah, gotta get secondary.
Another.
You're gonna have, you're gonna have to tear that dagger off of the fish axe that hurts me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Hit.
It's a hit. 17.
Plus 11. That's great.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's still crazy damage. It only resists 2 of it.
Okay, cool. And I still have 1 action, right?
2, isn't it?
No, she raised her shield.
I raised
Oh,
my
right,
shield.
you raised your
yeah.
shield, right.
All right, well, I'm going to try attacking again.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a 20.
Lay down.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
it flipped over to it for a second and flipped
Bounced
back.
around.
Damn
it. Damn it.
Stupid dice getting us
Yeah.
excited and stuff.
Such a tease.
I know.
All right, and this claw comes smashing at the shield here.
Yeah.
It is a miss. You can hear it bumping up against your shield, the clattering of it, reaching in, trying to grab at you, but it clearly is having some trouble. Grip.
Yeah.
And its left claw quickly flips over towards
Oh,
Rosa and catches
Oh, no.
Rosa.
a little easier to hit.
It reaching past me like that, do I get reactive strike?
Let's read that and double
Yeah,
check that. See if we can.
Okay.
That would be. I think. Would that be a manipulate action? I don't think a claw would be a manipulate. It's anything.
So trigger a creature within your reach uses a manipulate action or move action, makes a ranged attack or leaves a square during a move action it's using.
Is attack.
Because if it's like reaching past me,
The
it's kind of
attack
leaving an
trait-
opening for me.
The attack trait is distinct from the manipulate trait. While some actions with the manipulate trait, like drawing a weapon or using a spell with a material component, can provoke reactions.
Like it reaching past me is a move action, isn't it?
No.
Then why does it distinctly, like it says, or leaves a square during a move action? Like, to me, that means it actually, like, moves with its feet.
But
So
it
what's
didn't
just a
have
move?
to technically move to hit me. Like, it can reach me. I'm within 5 feet of it.
Right.
I think is what he means. Like, I'm close enough.
Let me see
Like,
Okay.
he
here,
can
let
just,
me
like,
double
put his
check here.
attention on me kind of thing.
Yeah, it
I guess
seems
just
to
the
be-
way I'm reading
That
it.
seems to be the rules as written, so we will go with rules as written on that. Which is just
Okay.
the attack trait is not manipulation. So if they were pulling out their weapon in front of you, like ready to draw a sword, that would be a manipulate action. But they're just attacking. They're not, drawing their weapon.
What's it mean then by a move action?
A move action would be like a step.
But why does it then go or an action that makes them leave their square? To me, that's a step.
Yeah.
I guess that's where I'm getting confused between the two, because it's almost making it sound like a move action is, can be different than actually leaving your square action. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's actual skills you can do to leave your square that aren't technically moving. Right?
Okay,
You
okay.
could have a feat that could
Okay.
move you. You know what I mean? Where like there's some monsters that have like if they fight in groups, if one of them
Yep.
does something, the other one can make a move, like as a reaction.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So if
that
you
helps
had
me
a feat
understand.
that was like when they crit you, you can move or something like that, that would be a move that's not a move action. You would be leaving the square. But not using a move action.
Okay. Yeah, I get it now. Thank you.
Right. So we gotta get you grabbed here. You are considered grabbed.
It grabbed me?
Yeah, that attack is
What?
a grab on top of that, so you're latched on. You're considered
What the shit is
grabbed.
that?
Did it go onto you?
No.
No.
Just the slashing damage.
And that is the.
You got
end
some
of
long
that
legs.
thing's turn. All right, Hertz, you're up. Got a crab in front of you
Okay.
that's got a hold of Rosa.
And a crab behind me.
Just shared that with you, Rosa. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, let's try something crazy.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Oh.
Gonna make sure not to move any further forward because I don't want to enter the greasy patch. Being next to the crab, I'm going to bite it with my iron teeth.
Vicious.
Yeah, greasy crab, love it.
And the question at this point becomes kind of how much are you going to leave for the chowder? That's it.
I'll just try to bite the legs off it.
Just peeling back the layers that can't go in, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Since it tasted okay, I'll give it another bite.
Salty in a good way.
Wasn't so good that second bite.
No, the second time the shell goes between your teeth and drives into one of your gums. Deep into your gums.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel very good. And you'll have to spend another action trying to pry your teeth out of this thing. It's actually stuck.
Okay, well that was my last action for that round, so I'll have to do that on my next turn.
So you are we're going to call you Brad. Or that was, no, that was your third action, wasn't it?
Yeah, 'cause I moved
Okay,
and I did two
right.
attacks.
Oh, so it was only multi-attack too, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you'll be considered grabbed as well, even though your teeth are stuck in it.
Even though I've grabbed it as such.
Yeah, exactly. Your teeth got caught in the shell, and now you're able to loosen yourself immediately. All right. What's Rosa up to? Grabbed by this thing.
So If you attempt a manipulate action while grabbed, I'm assuming that's basically if I try to do anything.
Spell, which is basically your main stuff. Spell. In this case, it would be a spell.
Right. So what do I have to do? A DC 5 flat check?
Yes, which is basically a 20, and you have to make 5. You roll a flat 20, and
So just roll a 20?
Roll a 20. And you make it out.
Okay. And
Is that an action? To break free, right?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think it is.
I would assume, yeah. Oh, breaker, I'm gonna use 0 point.
Cool. Gouging Claw misses, but if you want to spend that hero point, you can take another shot.
But oh, I get so angry when I accidentally put another one in there. We're just gonna end my turn. Him grabbing me just has me all messed up, apparently.
This one starts charging around the back here. And Thurak, you will be off guard.
I am completely surrounded.
You are completely surrounded. And Thurak, you are grabbed. This thing misses, it jabs forward its claw, and it sticks in the ground in front of you. Thurak, you can make an attack of opportunity or reactive attack against this one if you'd like to use your reaction for that.
Okay.
And its turn.
The one behind me, right?
Yes, number 5.
And do I just use my normal attack?
Yep, just regular multi-attack. The first one, full
first one.
multi-attack.
Okay. Nice.
So it gets you good the first time, and you're expecting the second one, and you time it very well.
Should I do my damage now?
Sure.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, the sword comes down hard on top of this thing and splits its skull wide open, and not only that, you're preserving the meat. It's freezing. So it'll be good. Won't be spoiled by the time it gets back to the top of the hill. 'Cause we can't have any spoiled meat going into the chowder, that's for damn sure. All right, and Thurak, you're up next. You are feeling a little bit of pressure, though, being surrounded by these two crabs that are trying to make dinner out of you as much as you're trying to make dinner out of them.
Well, I'm guessing the one behind me right now anyway, so I will go for that guy. See if I can hit him again. Oh, shit. I'm going to use a hero point.
Sure. Is that your last remaining one?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless we do something really cool to get another one.
Was that multi-attack too?
What?
Was
No,
that
because
multi-attack
the
two or
other...
multi-attack? Oh, right.
Yeah, I was still on my first.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So he's dying?
Yeah, he gets split. You split his shell wide open. He just stops moving.
Nice. Then I will, I guess, just have to come around and go after this guy, see if I can get him. Excellent.
It's another hit. This one's
Grab
damaged. It's
11 is
leaking
a
blood.
beast.
It's leaking blood all over the ground. You can hear the crowd in the background as you dispatch the first one and continue attacking the second one. They're cheering. They're
Yeah, this is a show.
very much
This better
entertained.
count as our third round.
Excellent. Excellent.
The crowd
All right,
it
well,
starts going from gasps and yells of concerns to like cheering and like, oh shit, like what a show. Like,
let's see if I can get him with my last. Oh, miss.
and the crab is. It turns to scuttle away back to the end of the dock. It is a new round. Would you like to use your attack of opportunity, or sorry, a reactive strike rather?
I was just gonna say, does that count? That counts.
It does, yes.
All right, so my normal attack.
It's clearly trying to flee because it's been damaged.
Get back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That good
And
meat.
you take these down,
Yeah.
and you've got and this will make an incredible addition to the chowder.
Chowder.
Chowder. Say it, Frenchie. Chowder.
Chowder.
It's chowder. Say it, Frenchie.
Chowder.
All right. Let's see here.
Well, before we end the combat round, because I was kind of attached to it with my face, wasn't I? So
You
did
were,
he drag
yeah.
me that
Yeah,
way?
he started to dragging you.
Oh yeah,
this
and I
way.
was grabbed too.
He's dragged me that
you
way.
made it out. You made it
No,
out.
I'm grabbed still. It says.
Oh, you technically
Oh.
you made it out with that flat roll, so we should have got rid of that. So,
There.
so we
Slacker.
get rid of that.
Get rid
And
of
yes, and then she smacked it, and it went down, and managed to get loose from it. And it is cooked, or will be.
I just to make sure, because if it dragged me into the grease, I have to make sure that I didn't fall over.
Is it concentration, or does the grease stay there?
The grease stays there.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, so I fat fall on my back.
But lucky for you, the immediate threat is gone.
Yeah.
And despite being flat on your back, the crowd is cheering, and people are happy. It is clear that everybody is entertained as well.
Extra points for us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold up the fish stick or fish hammer and say, "Me hurts."
that.
Right. And the crab attack. Let's see here. All right, so we will go back to the fishing round. Everything kind of calms down after this sort of craziness happens. The judges get up from their table and they start approaching Demede. And you see them at the end of the dock chatting with Demede after these crabs are dispatched and after, kind of the craziness calms down a little bit. And the judges come back and they're like, they do the hand across the throat thing, sort of like cut it off. And they're like, nope, he's eliminated. He's been disqualified. And they're like, but we're still going to take the fish for the chowder. And everybody cheers. Yeah. Nobody cares that Demede has been disqualified for cheating. But they say that he's been disqualified for cheating for using unstable magic lores and putting the lives of everybody here at risk.
What a douchebag.
Yeah. And after that, kind of slowly gets back. Decca kind of comes over to Demid and tells him he's an idiot. He's like, just going to hand me the win this year, huh? And Decca's quite confident that there's not a single soul here that's a threat to the win. So that being said, the judges say, all right, well, let's get ready to pick up round 3 where we left off. And with that, we will take a 15-minute break and be back shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're back from the break, and with the success of that combat, I'm going to lower the 2 of you who had 16 rolls to 14, so you'll only need 14 success now. As
Sweet.
the crowd seems to already be very, very impressed with the display of strength and skill with the combat encounter that we just had. So we are back. The judges yell out that they're officially resuming the tournament at round 3, and the cheating participant has been disqualified. All right. And everybody's back at their spots, and the show continues. So we are at the 3rd round, and what would the team like to do this round? We'll start
This
with
was where we
Hertz,
said we
unless-
would do
Do a
together,
group
maybe.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, there's the group one.
Yeah.
Maybe we haven't really talked about it.
All right, what would you like to do? We can go ahead and discuss that now, and we'll do the appropriate actions.
Well, it's funny. I told Dan during the break that I was thinking that we should like do like a fight scene.
Like
Just
a
'cause,
mock
like,
fight?
Yeah, like as adventurers, but I was like, we literally just showed off all of that like in an actual fight. So that'd be kind of stupid to do that.
I mean, they enjoyed it, and yeah, I do like that idea, but yeah, you're right. We did just kind of do that, so would it still be entertaining to them?
Right, probably not because they'd literally just freaking seen it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's disappointing because I just thought that'd be cool and nothing to do with fishing, and it's like a show, and yeah. Ruined my idea.
Well, should we try to do stuff that like where we'd be using our best rolls? Should we try to
Yes.
work around that? My best is acrobatics. So I don't, or I mean, I'm decent at athletics as well, but acrobatics is my top.
You've already used an acrobatics, so you'll be
Okay, so we
Listen-
want to use different each
Listen,
time.
GM, sir. This
just
is a
no,
group
just
conversation.
I just wanted to let you know there would be a penalty for that because it's been used in a prior round.
Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Well, I don't know that. What, do you guys have ideas?
Well, that was my one really good idea.
And keep in mind that rolls the DCs aren't as high for Hertz and Thurak anymore. Rosa, you're still at 14 because that's kind of the better of the DCs.
If we did that,
but-
would it be performance rolls? Like if we did a mock show off of our skills or something?
Yes,
Oh, I
it would
hope
be
not.
it would
What?
be it'd be performance. You're performing. You're doing a show, right? You're not actually fighting each other, right? The entertainment in fighting each other would be fighting each other. But if you're doing that, it's going to be a performance. Sure. All three would be doing performance.
Okay, well, I think we have to think of something different then. I have
Okay.
a really good medicine roll, and I could heal like you, Thurak.
Oh.
Like I have a +8 for that, so like I have a really good one for medicine. But like, what else would we do?
Um. hmm.
If you got good medicine, you know, Thorak could stab me.
Oh God, no!
And then-
No, no.
I'm already hurt, so how about you can?
You just
I
Come on,
can
you
be
fucking
hurt
coward!
again or
Come at me!
You just want me to heal both of you. I'm like, oh, what else can we do?
well, my highest roles would be society, underworld law, or Arcania.
Hmm.
Those are something magic that you could do.
You can use magic.
Something
Yeah,
magic.
if you got something creative.
I know that's
creative
what
way
I'm
to use your
thinking. Is there
magic,
something like
you can figure
a
that out.
creative thing that you could do? Uh,
If I don't want to use something magic that would like get us disqualified.
right.
As long as you're not using
Just
like
magic item.
yeah, it can't be. You can't like. The idea is you're not allowed to alter the mind of the target, right? It has to. You have to. It has to be the will of the fish or whatever to take the bait, right? Because then you're not actually fishing at that point. You're just controlling the mind of a creature. You're just mind controlling the creature. So the spirit of fishing, right, is the fish has to be baited, by actual bait, not. Now, if you're not doing that with an item and there's no provable way, you could use a spell to hop in the fish's brain, walk it, make it flop out of the water and into your basket. No real provable way, technically, unless they can prove it, in which case.
Well, fish isn't a language I speak, so I can't really message you. Hey, come here.
Okay, well, are we gonna try to get a fish with this, or are we gonna just more try to entertain?
I don't think we should. I think it should be a
Okay.
show.
Okay.
I mean,
What about
how
something?
close are other groups?
What?
What?
How close are other groups to us?
Oh God.
One of them probably. Let me bring that map back up. Actually,
Oh
and I'll be
God.
able to figure that out from
Well,
here.
My second highest skill is stealth and thievery.
I would try to steal. I've got +4 in both of those. I've got something.
I can heal still.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's no stealth or thievery over here.
All right, let me get this.
What about even something like I could try to intimidate, you could try to steal and be stealthy, and when that ultimately doesn't go well or something, Holly then or Rosa heals or something.
Here's my dead
25
body.
feet.
And I feel
they're
like it's
about
just a
50,
show, right?
About
Yeah,
50
yeah.
feet away. Down the docks, around and out on the land for one team. And the other team is on the... Nope, the other team's disqualified. They're not there. The closest team is across the water from you, 25 feet. They're on shore. You're on the docks.
Okay.
Well, I could reach me in one move, but I wouldn't. No, that wouldn't be very entertaining.
I don't know, sneakily going in and like stealing a fish out of a basket or
Yeah,
something?
fish just start floating their way back to another basket, basically, and one basket's getting lower. But yeah, dude, we'll go with whatever you guys want to do. And Hertz is up first. Oh yeah, you guys are doing
Oh, it's a group. Can you simmer down and let us keep going?
Hmm.
You leave us alone. We're trying to think of good ideas.
Mm. So I can't use acrobatics or my survival anymore. I've used them.
Right.
You
But
can
I've got,
use them. There will just
but
be
I
a
get,
penalty
yeah,
to it. Yeah.
yeah. Is there any way perception can kind of be used in this, or not really?
Sure. You can,
Yeah.
yeah, you can use perception to kind of call out, like, you see a big shadow in the water, a school of fish. Perception to kind of scope out the area. Yeah, definitely.
And that's not very entertaining, though.
It is if you successfully perceive it, and as soon as you do, you throw up your hand and yell, "We got one," or something like that.
I
Yeah.
still kind of like the idea of you healing one of us get stabbed on purpose,
Oh my god.
just to
Okay.
demonstrate.
Aren't-
not a killing stab, you know.
Yeah, aren't you fucked up as it is? Aren't you all bruised
I
up and down
am.
as it is?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Thurak can stab Hertz. He's not damaged at all.
Then she can do it to both of us or something.
Depends how much damage he can do. You know, if he does more than 20 damage, I'll be more than hurt.
Oh my god.
Well, then I can stabilize, you know?
Oh my
I
god.
can really
Art.
show off my skills. Then
What a
there's
show.
no. Yeah, then
Yeah,
there's no
I'll
fake.
say I'm a sword swallower. Here, swallow this.
All right. Is that where we're at with this? So
I mean,
Thurak is gonna stab Kurtz. And
not deeply.
what is Hertz going to do?
Oh yeah,
I'm
what's
gonna-
Hertz have to do?
Actually, I know what I could do.
You do?
I do. If that gets me with a critical hit, I know what I can do.
Okay.
I have an ability cringe, which is a reaction. A creature you are aware of critically succeeds on a strike against you and would deal damage. I can pity away and pull back.
Right. All right. Let's start
God,
with.
that's gonna be super situational.
Let's start with Thurak, because that's going to be an attack roll. You'll do that by via the combat tracker. So, what you'll do is you'll grab your attack and just drag it onto the person in the combat tracker. That's how you'll target them and attack. Do damage.
Like, am I actually going to my actions and using my attack there?
Yeah, yeah. You'll grab your multi-attack one the same way you would attack an enemy, and except dragging it onto the combat Hertz on the combat tracker and drop it on his portrait there.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a skill roll, not. Okay. Sorry.
Skill is
I know
Yes.
you're gonna fucking smoke him.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, it's gonna
Okay.
hit though. Yeah.
So that's
for
a hit.
Sure.
Yeah, roll damage against Hertz.
Oh god. Full damage?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh Jesus.
But he's going to
That's
get
not
healed.
too bad.
It's going to get healed.
So you guys just kind of go back onto the thing and just keep fighting. It looks like you just keep fighting each other, and the crowd stops and gasps for a moment. And just like they stop and they're not cheering, they're not booing, they're just kind of like looking. Give me a sec here.
Can we kind of play to the crowd though as we're doing this, like looking at them, like, you know, like we know what we're doing, like it's for you or something?
Right. So you're trying to gesture to the crowd, but they're just kind of sitting there and looking around, like quietly whispering to each other and looking like with concern. Hertz, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm going to use. I'm going to take a bow and then dive into the water.
All right, that's I could do performance or athletics or acrobatics.
It would have to be acrobatics.
Okay. Where she takes a bow and it stands up and falls back into the water, like off the dock into the water. And it's probably about 10 feet down now in the water or so, 5 to 10 feet down off the dock. Success. And Rosa.
I'm gonna like go all out and do a 3-action heal on all 3 of us. So like a very like performance-y heal, right? To like just show the power that we have to like heal after taking damage. Because we're all damaged now, all 3 of us.
Okay.
And how far can I heal from? Like how
30
far
feet.
did you say he was? Oh, okay.
He's
So that's-
close enough.
Okay, and we're obviously all willing creatures. So, but I want to like
Current is in the water.
I want to make it very like theatrical. Like I really want to make it like I don't know, look like it's very like divine.
Then describe it.
I don't know if that makes sense. I can't really 'cause I don't know. Like I just wish there was ways I could like almost like, you know, cover my vines, like open them up and cover them over all 3 of us and have like almost like light like going over us to like I don't know, magically look like we're healing.
Sure, okay. So yeah, so what you do is you can create, you know, vines around where your healing is. You can make it kind of look
Yep.
like there's not like actual vines, but like ghost vines, like ones you can see through energy. And it's
Uh-huh.
in the 30 feet, like it's a sphere, right? So
Okay.
it's like spherical in the air, and you can basically materialize your energy to make it visible. You have the power to do that for sure, because that's just an extension of the magic.
Right.
So yeah, and you make
Now,
it
how do you want me to
refract.
roll? Because like I don't really roll for a heal, do I?
What?
I don't.
No, you don't roll for a heal. So unless you're planning on using it next time, do medicine.
I'm not.
Okay, so do medicine. That'll work for me.
Yes, critical success again.
Nice.
Oh, I'm making that shit like look amazing, like friggin' God's coming down and touching us,
All right,
or whoever
let's see here.
my God is in my druid.
Okay. All right, and that concludes
Is the
round
crowd
3.
like? Did we bring the crowd back?
Yeah. After
Okay.
they see you kind of basically attack each other, and then they see this kind of like angelic light and plant spirit surround the area and glisten as they watched all of your wounds close shut and all of the bleeding stop, and basically the bruises kind of lift away from the skin, and only bright green remains for everyone again. And they start cheering. They're like, stop, and then they're like, oh, it's part of the show, right? They're not fighting with each other. It becomes apparent that fights probably do happen at this event between teams or even teammates in some cases. So the reaction was kind of, maybe we've got a fight here between teammates. But everybody incredibly entertained as we head to the 4th round. The judges stand up, and that is the end of round 3. We will now commence with the final round. Demed has been disqualified. The remaining members may start round 4 now, and they drop their hands, and everybody kind of goes back to doing their thing. people are shooting, lighting arrows on fire and trying to shoot them into the water. They're trying to arrow fish. Some people are. Others are just basically running around at this point trying to do what they can to makeshift lures and rods and lines because the stuff that they've had is either broke or failed. You still see the little mouse running around. What am I going to do? I don't have any lures. I've missed the last 2 rounds. Oh, no. All right. We're back to the top of the order for our last and final round. So, what is the plan? I think Rosa said you wanted to go last. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Rosa's last. So, Hertz, you good if we pick up with the regular order other than that?
Yeah.
Great. What would Hertz like to do for final round?
Well, how far away is the little mouse?
How far away is the little mouse? The little mouse is down at the other end of the dock, probably about 50 feet away or so.
Okay. In that case, like swimming on, or because I'm on my back in the water.
Yep. If it's a direct, it's like 35 swimming.
35 swimming. Okay.
Yeah. If you're just swimming right from where you're at over to the other part of the town, as opposed to running around.
Yeah, I'm going to swim over to the little fish and offer him my bait, well, my lure bait. Like, here you go.
Okay.
In a very diplomatic
Yeah,
way.
so you swim over and you start swimming towards the mouse on the dock, who's frantically running back and forth and hasn't been able to fish really since losing their last lure. They said, you hand up, come up on the docks and hand them a lure, and they're like, "Oh, is this for me? I'm gonna go out strong.
Go fish.
Go fish, yeah! Oh, this is gonna be so great, so great!" He runs off back to the team and he's, I got a lure! Get ready! And takes off back to his team. And the crowd's pretty happy about this. And, that's called that automatic success. All right, Thurak, you see Hurt swim across and give one of his lures from the kit to the mouse who's having trouble and needed a lure and got one. So
What a nice guy. So I'd like to... Okay, tell me if this would be a perception roll.
Okay.
If I studied the water long enough to be able to watch like any schools of fishes' movements, in order to time it right, using the tent I have in my backpack to act as a net to try to get as many fish as possible.
yes, let's do.
That's
Yeah, your
creative.
perception. Yeah, because you would kind of be trying to kind of see if there's any patterns or.
Yeah.
Yep.
Follow
Yeah,
follow watching so that I can time it right.
Pattern recognition would be perception for sure.
Okay, cool. Well, that's what I would like to try to do.
Yeah, so you.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what this looks like with your tent?
Okay, well, I've tracked it and I can tell when they're headed my way to be close enough. And I've I've already got the tent out ready, kind of thing, door open, so I can hang off the side of the dock and like scoop it through the water right as they pretty much are just filing in one after the other, as I then bring it up out of the water.
You hear a gasp of awe from the crowd as you hear the creaking of the surrounding bleachers and the docks as everybody stands up on their feet to try and get a closer, a better look at you. And they watch all of these fish just pile in, and they realize that this chowder is gonna be fucking loaded. and they lose their shit and start cheering at this huge success, basically, of fish that equates to basically loaded, completely loaded chowder, which makes everybody
Nice.
very happy.
Oh yeah. Woo.
All right. And that's a crit success. All right. And finally, the last roll of the last round for your team, Rosa.
I had a question earlier about we didn't actually heal when I did my 3-action heal. Like, I don't know if it matters.
You can
But-
throw out the actual heals if you want. Put them on everybody. Yeah. Absolutely. You can do that through the combat tracker the same way. Just throw the heal amount and drag it to each person who's getting it.
So why does one say a plus D4 or 1D8 and then one says 1D8 plus 8?
I
The
think
1d8
it's-
plus 8 is the enhanced one.
So what's that? Like the
the 3
That,
actions.
that was the 3 factor
3?
one.
Oh, okay. I don't know. How do I tell if it's on them though?
Just roll it, like double click it to roll it, or just do a flat roll, and it won't go to them.
Like I have my D8, but how does it go to them?
Just drop it in here. It'll do the amount, and you'll drag. And, oh, that's not a. You got to grab it from your thing.
From my sheet?
What you-
Excuse me.
My
On-
action
on the
sheet?
combat
I
track.
am.
Oh, let me see.
On the combat tracker, if you like control click everyone's name who you want to heal,
You can
and
do
then
that
click
as well.
the 2 button.
You just targeted yourself. Yep. Now you got Hertz. Now you got 30. There you
Yeah.
go.
Now click the 8 plus 8 button.
Yeah, which I did, but how come it's not doing plus 8?
It did there.
Oh, it did. Okay. Okay.
Woohoo.
Okay, so for my last one, I have like a secret language. It's a wild song, but I'm 100% not going to sing because I cannot sing at all.
Okay.
We will lose all of our viewers if I attempt to sing.
It's all good. It's all good. The AI got you. I'm gonna work this out to some kind of solo.
But it's like it says like that my wild song can be like it can be more like tonal language and like noises instead of a spoken tongue.
Right.
But I also want to do spoken tongue so like they can kind of know what I'm doing as well.
Okay,
Like so everyone can like as a performance. So like what I'm gonna do is I'm like gonna go over to the water and like softly like hum in between, like I'm gonna read just a couple lines and like tracing small circles in the water, like making the water ripple and stuff, and it's so the fish can gather and like leap into the air, like they're gonna put on a performance.
okay.
Like the fish are going to do a performance because I'm going to talk to them and tell them to.
Okay.
Ooh.
All
Like
right.
I don't want to catch any fish. Like almost like I'm gonna make the fish do like a synchronized swimming thing.
Right. Okay.
Like they're just gonna put on like an elaborate show for everybody, and I'm gonna like go to the water and like hum in between my lines and like make like if there's seashells around, like click
Right,
them
right.
together to make the noises and like make
Like
the
the
water
conductor.
ripple. Exactly.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And I have a
so
little chant ready to go too.
do you have a planned role for that? What skill you're going to use for that?
Well, I was thinking nature.
Yeah. Yep, that works. That's what I was
really
thinking too.
high, and I feel like
That's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So now I
That's
just
fine.
need to pray for the best. And awful roll. What a surprise.
Hero point. Save that hero point. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
You should have saved your description till
Are
after.
you actually serious?
I was gonna say you should have saved that description until after you rolled. Oh, I am so sorry.
See? And this is why Holly doesn't like to do role play, because then I have this elaborate thing. I worked so hard on it. I have a song and everything, and critical failure.
Do you want to?
And you sung the song.
Do you want to describe your critical failure?
Yeah, she gets embarrassed and can't say anything. In front of
I'm
this
sorry.
group of
Yes,
people.
you're trying to impress the people, and
I was trying to get a hero point, a free hero point, because I was being so creative. I was trying so hard, and yeah.
So basically what happens is you unfortunately get the worst butterflies. You don't actually start this. You picture this, you play this whole thing out in your mind, and you turn around and you realize that you're about to perform this beautiful, sacred, private thing for a bunch of people who you don't like being around because they're people, and it's you get this incredible sense of anxiety, and you can't do it, and you kind of just run off of the docks and into the crowd, into the bleachers and behind the bleachers, and that is a crit fail.
Yep.
All right, for a total of 8. All right, so the judges stand up and they say, "That's the end. 1 hour is up. Please pull your lines from the water. The tournament has concluded. We will tally up our scores, make our way back to the lodge, and we will award the winners."
All right.
All right. So, out of character, I'm pretty happy with kind of how that went. I think that was pretty solid. I have it, at least how it looks here on my screen, looks pretty cool. It's good.
You did a good job.
You have a total of 11 points was your total. And everybody starts making their way up. It's a bit tense between Demede and everybody else who's kind of side-eyeing him for clearly cheating. Especially Decca, who's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why? Like, I thought we were going to have a competition this year. And Demede is just kind of like, yeah, I just wanted to get the third win. Wanted to take that tiebreaker, and guess it didn't turn out so well. And everybody's chatting. Everybody's very happy. The people who are walking beside you, they're all like, "That was awesome. That was so much fun. That your whole thing, especially kicking the crabs' asses when they came after everyone. Whew." You're like, "We're lucky you guys were here, because we would have all turned into crab food if this guy, because he cheated." And you're like, "But luckily, you three were here to make sure that didn't happen, and we were able to continue the show. And look at how much fish," and they start pointing to your guys' hall. They point at Pip, who's got the little sardine fish and is sitting there holding it over her shoulder, sorry. Pointing to the other teams who were participating without any assistance, and all the halls, the fans that are carrying the dead crabs, these big crabs that you guys slaughtered, and are like basically carrying them up the side of the mountain like there's some kind of like dead trophy. Like, yeah, they got it hoisted up like it's a sports trophy at the end of the playoffs. You just won. Like just they're all holding it above their heads, hoisting it, walking 45 minutes up this mountainside, and everybody arrives back to the top, and it's time to make the chowder. They ask for everybody to bring their hauls into the inn.
Oh, yeah.
One of the judges, the silver-haired judge, stands up on one of the tables and she's like, I'd like to thank everybody for their participation in this year's Silver Scales tournament. This was easily one of the best years yet. I'd like to thank all of the groups for their hauls and their contribution towards our trophy chowder. Much appreciated. And we will have the winning results here in just a moment. And someone comes over, hands them a piece of parchment, folded piece of parchment. And you can hear the mouse somewhere in the background. He goes, I know I didn't win, but at least I got into the last round. Yeah! And Demead is kind of sitting in the back, in the corner. Kind of with a sense of shame, kind of basically over his face, and Decca is waiting for the results, no doubt to take them back and shove them in Demead's face. And the silver-haired judge stands up and says, "We have the results. The results are." In third place, with 5 points, the team of Mr. Mooser. And the mouse comes out. He's like, yeah, we made it. We made it. And there's two other mice following behind. They're super small. They're kind of parting everybody out of the way. They're squeaky and loud. Yeah, we made it. And they go up and they grab a prize, a small pouch, and they take it and walk away. Grab a bowl of chowder on their way. And they announce second place. Decca with 8 points. And Decca comes up and she's like, oh, it's not the win we hoped for, team, but you can't win them all. And we still got farther than he did. As she walks up and grabs a pouch from the judge and walks back to her table with bowls of chowder for her and her team. And in first place, the team of Greenveil with 11 points. 11 points! Well done, team! And you come up and they hand you a pouch and tell you to head over and help yourselves to as much chowder as you can eat. Into the party sheet here. Where is my pouch? I am not anywhere near. All right. And what would you guys like to do from here? It's kind of like basically just a celebration at this point. There's people kind of hanging out, and the band is starting to prepare to start playing again.
I want to eat.
All right.
I'd like to buy some more lemons.
There's actually like a tray of lemon, like sliced lemon wedges as well. Because there's not only chowder, obviously, although chowder's there, but there's pieces of fish here that are being served up. It's of no charge. It's the after tournament feast, basically. All the fish. There's these big crab legs are out on a tray, and there's lemon wedges and stuff. All the stuff that was fished up that may have been a concern for Rosa. At this point, as far as whether or not it will be eaten is no longer a concern. It seems that all of the actual food is being well utilized and nothing's going to waste here.
Perfect.
And as you sit down, you notice that inside of your bag is 25 gold pieces.
Nice.
Split that evenly amongst the group. And rewarded with the appropriate XP, which I haven't really got to yet. You guys are around. Let's see, it's got you at 595. I'm not quite there yet. Can I get you guys to? Because you're at second level. I don't know why I didn't restart. Let's get your XP. I'm not sure how we can do that. Edit. Class? Yes. We're going to get your XP should be around 350. Well, I did Hertz just to test it. So go into your main sheet, click your gear wheel next to your class, and adjust your XP to 350. 595
Was the other number
was from your last level before you left.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
What's the
we
number
will
that
get
it need to be? 3 what?
350. And we're going to get you to alter XP needed down to 1,000. So XP should be 350. XP needed should be 1,000. And I've already done that for you, Hertz.
Okay.
And will it save?
Yeah, it should
that?
automatically just stay.
Okay.
All right. And with that, you also feel the resistance to the cold. The embrace of the north leaves your body. And you no longer are blessed with the blessings of the frostbone.
We start sweating.
All right. And is there anything else anybody wanted to add or do or anything like that? We are drawing to the conclusion of today's session.
No, I assume we'll stay the night here because we'll be eating and whatever, drinking whatever.
Yes, and that's a good point. They offer you free rooms for,
Oh, nice.
in addition to your reward from the tournament, as a as kind of a gesture to thank you for basically saving the event, which would have been complete chaos had you not dispatched these delicious crabs, they say as they sit there chewing on the legs. Had you not dispatched these delicious beasts, as they sit there and pieces of crab leg kind of flying out of their mouth as they say it with their mouths full. You're welcome to stay here without charge for the night. We've got a room upstairs with 4 beds. Help yourself.
Excellent. Thanks.
Yeah, so they set you up with the room for the night. I will end this session with a long rest. for that. Overnight rest.
So
And we will return at sunrise for our next session. Thanks for playing, everybody. Good game.
good
Thanks for
game.
hosting. Good
Thank
game,
you.
everyone.
Yes, good game.
Have a good weekend, everybody.